What's going on, my fellow humans, people of the earth, vibrations of the mind of the one true God, whose name is love? Just wanted to cover some things real quick, man. Variety and inspired of it. Certain topics, not too detailed. It's kind of jumping from point to point, but try to narrow. I'll try to narrow it down to my initial sparks, creative. I came into the gym around 5:30 a.m. and I saw it, as soon as I started my workout, man, I saw an upload by this man that I follow that goes by the name of Aaron Gotch, or Aaron Ghosh. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that, man, forgive me. But I listened to his video, man. It's about a 33-minute video or so, and he was titled "Born to Be a Burden." And there's so many thoughts, man. It would literally take me about an hour to dissect and give my perspective on everything that he spoke about. But in a nutshell, man, this guy was spot on everything, man. I didn't disagree with anything that he said, although I did have a more of a counter for some of the things that were spoken. And I'm sure he knows these counters, but he's stating the way it is. But born to be a burden, man. I mean, you think about that, you know? Implant that into your analysis of the day, and just think about it, and just make up what you will. But I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I guess I've already begun, but how to proceed from this point on. Whatever you guys listen to, man, you're gonna think about it, and it's gonna reveal itself. It's gonna unfold throughout your time here on Earth. And you're gonna be like, holy shit, I've heard of this before. I've learned it before. It didn't apply before, but now it applies, or vice versa, or simultaneously, you know. And my advice, man, take it or leave it. I could really give a fuck. You're gonna do what you want, anyways. But listen to people who are speaking raw truth, man, because we have what's the fucking term? We have a lot of systems that are designed to drain us of our energy, of our thoughts, of our will, and once it's gone and you don't express it, man, it's gone, you know. And you guys are familiar with Jim Rohn, one of my favorite mentors. I call him my grandpa because I don't have a grandpa, so I had to adopt. Jim Rohn, one of my grandpas, said basically what I'm talking about is he calls it the man, the law of diminishing intent. You know, you don't act on your intention, and once you don't act on it, it starts to slowly diminish unless you can grasp it before it perishes, you know, and goes off elsewhere. And people feed off of this, you know. We have wicked ones ruling the world right now who certainly have access to these kinds of systems, you know, that are both in the physical and in the physical and the spiritual realm, you know. They can drain energy from your being. You can steer your soul slowly. If you don't own your intention, if you don't own your energy, your will, your thoughts, your life, if you don't own that, it's going to be taken away from you and it's going to be used elsewhere. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be used for your demise, for your destruction. You know, it doesn't work against you. Well, 1 out of 10, it might. You know, it might. Very slim chance of that, but choose wisely, guys. Listen to what you're talking about. Listen to be mindful of who you're communicating with. Like, don't give your energy to people who do not deserve it. Own your energy and express it and make something of it, because when it's gone, it's no longer in your possession. You know, it's replaced by another source of light. When it comes to you, it comes to you, man. it fucking comes to you, you know? That's all there is to it, man. Just make sure you're soaking up good knowledge. Make sure you're speaking from the heart, you know, and you're not trying to meet this fucking status quo that, you know, society, so-called society, tends to, you know, have a demand for, which is bogus, you know? They demand bullshit, plain and simple. Black and white, man, they demand bullshit. They don't see the rainbow in between the black and white, you know, and people who are speaking truth are trying to communicate that rainbow to you guys, you know? We're a collective mind, man, but we are diverse, you know? But we can flip things around anytime we want. We can turn this mediocrity around. We can flip it anytime we want to, man. It starts with each and every single one of you. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. Don't ever think you can't make a difference. You can't make an impact. Like here I am, you know, speaking on this. Once again, it was sparked by a gentleman that I follow on YouTube, Aaron Gulch. You know, and I don't know where he is. He's got to be somewhere in the eastern part of the world, but now here we are, thousands of miles, and he doesn't even know. He probably don't even know that I saw his video yet. You know, you might read up on this, you know, but we all influence each other one way or another, man. And you can't deny the truth, you know. There are three things that you cannot hide: the sun, the moon, and the truth. You know, everything reveals itself, man. So fuck it, man. Don't go for popular opinion, you know. Universal truth is not measured in mass appeal, and remember that. You're gonna be alone, man. You're gonna feel left out. You're gonna feel like the black sheep. You're gonna feel like a wacko, a so-called crazy man or woman, you know, that people term you as because they're fucking stuck in the gutters. They don't know what it's like. Once you get out the gutter, it's full of light, man. Once you see the rainbow, more than black and white to you, you know. You see it everywhere you go, and these people are still stuck in that 1900s era, you know, that black and white. They can't see the color yet. But again, it reveals itself. You know, everybody has their turn. Everyone has their timing, and you can't force people to snap out of what they call reality. You know, sometimes reality is an illusion, and sometimes an illusion is reality. You know. But nevertheless, man, stay wise, stay humble, keep your eyes open. Don't forget to look up every now and then. Don't look up too long, you know, there's toxic, heavy chemtrail metals that are falling out of the sky. It's not good for our human side. Remember that every day, like Immortal Technique said, he said, life is hell, and every day's a battle with me. And I'm sure everyone can resonate with that, but only a handful of us will admit it, you know? Every day's a battle, man. We all have battles. I'd say about 85% of us might have been burdened once you were born, but out of that burden, you can navigate your own destiny, you know? If you were a mistake, which you were, even if you planned, going back to the origins of the thought, it was a mistake. But even if you were planned to birth, you know, to be brought out into the physical, go back down the line of history and our upbringing and our origins and our, you know, our archaic upbringing. It's all a mistake, you know? But it's not fully a mistake, you know? There's a little bit of intent in that mistake. It's like you were intending to make love to a woman, but then boom, you didn't pull out. That's a mistake. But there was an intent behind that outcome, you know? So, truth be told, man, we're all mistakes. We're all burdened. But if we can conquer that bit of intent, if we can conquer that little piece of gold of truth, will, spirit, energy, of light, and to really, you know, leave everything we got behind. Burn out all of your desires, man. Burn them all out so that they don't burn you out. You gotta be left. You gotta be left. Once you go into that grave, you gotta be completely drained, you know? The only thing that should be on your face is a smile. The only thing you should have to show for it is everything else. Give it away. You gave it away to people who benefited to it. Benefited to something more that you never imagined, you know? Or maybe you can, that's why you gave it all you had, you know? That it benefits them more than words can communicate. But exhaust yourself, exhaust it all out, you know? It's not bad to hold things in. It's not bad to bottle things up. But once that pressure, once that anxiety, once that eagerness, you know? Once that pressure starts to overload, that bottle's gonna shatter. And then boom, you went out without treating whoever it could have treated, you know? More importantly, itself. You didn't exhaust yourself, you didn't drain it. It died full of what it had to be, you know? So exhaust it, man. Exhaust it all out. You know, everything has its time. Take your time. You don't take too long. The weeds do overcome the garden, you know? You sit around too long. No, man. Guys should say, get your ass off the grassroots and let them grow. You're meant for greatness, man. You weren't meant to be belittled by these so-called elites, people of higher power, man. You were born to be something better than that. You do not see it. It's not your fault. It's 100% your fault. Because you're still doing the same thing. Don't blame it on anyone but yourself. Despite how old you are, man. Start thinking for yourself, man. It's not fair to say that it's because of your parents or it's because of your friends or what you grew up surrounded by, you know. You're not going to be in the role, man, but what are you going to do? Just bitch and moan the rest of your life and be a victim? Instead, be a victim and conquer yourself. You know, you're passing through this human experience at this moment and live in the moment because nothing else exists until it presents itself. That's why I say the present is a gift, you know? Living the present. It really is. Just love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. All you can really do. Take chances, man. A beautiful woman walking yesterday at like 8 in the morning. And I was going to the store after the gym and I saw her walking, just looking flawless. She had a sort of a maroon trench coat on. It was more of a cherry red. She had a short trench coat. The light brown beanie, had some gloves on. She was looking beautiful, walking with her bag across the parking lot. I don't know where she was walking to, man, but my first thought was just like, damn, I was instantly hooked. And I was instantly hooked, man. That was all there was to it. And I had this fucking fear or this pride or my ego came into play of, what if she rejects you? You're better than to be rejected. And I hesitated, so I went to go park and she was still walking and I was still contemplating, damn, should I go back and at least attempt? You know, it doesn't hurt. It's already a no. Worst case scenario, I get what I already have. It's a no. And I did not act on it, man. And obviously it's bothering me because here I am covering it, you know? I didn't exhaust that desire. I didn't burn out that desire, so that desire is burning me out right now. And it'll come to pass, you know, I'll get over it, but damn. She was just a dime piece, you know? And for me not to act on that, it was foolish. But hey, man, you live, you learn, you know? What can you do? It's like just let go and grow, you know? But nevertheless, I love you all. Peace and love. Nurturing aspects of your surroundings, of your environment. Just pass by the negative shit. Own it, you know, own it. Acknowledge it if you must, but keep it moving, man. You know, you don't have to focus on that. You do not have to focus on that. Just keep it fucking moving. You don't have to concentrate on that drainage, you know. But fuck it, man. I've said enough, you know. Go live your life. Quit being a bitch. Don't be a victim. Be a victim.